DC-5?
Yeah. DC-5.
Is that in Russian or American?
DC-5.
Sorry.
Sounds familiar, but
Okay, now I may have heard about them, but recently, like a couple of weeks ago, I saw a documentary about them on TV. In 60s, they were popular at least as much or more than Beatles.
Really? I never heard of them.
And their songs, you know the song, they're classical. The guy, his name was David Clark, and he had 5 people in his quintet, of course. They come here. It was absolute, unbelievable. Like girls get crazy. In 4 years of that fame, he said that's good enough. Let's just fold it. And these guys are still alive, all 5 of them, and they're still happy and so on. And this documentary, every picture in that documentary was worth, I think, a lot of money for people who know who they are. But before they became famous, nobody would care. The same with this real tape. Nobody would care about this unless we find a way to make it as an information swirl.
So when we become the next Google,
Right.
bypass Google, then people will care.
That is absolute. No, you're absolutely correct. And you could laugh at it,
And
but
we disclaim that Google, we're not really using you right now as anything legal terms. We disclaim that. We do not use you without permission.
no, here, really, if you think about it, this is a project which was designed on the first principles of innovation, the stuff that I teach. And the approach, it's, people in this country confuse innovation with motivational speaking. The guy comes out, tells you, think out of box, be creative. Did he teach you anything? Well, when I teach, I give them tools. And I kind of learn on my own how to apply them a little bit. And these tools, they fall into categories. One is systematic thinking, logical, rational thinking. And when we're talking about rational, it's rational numbers in a rational mathematical sense. And there's irrational thinking, also in mathematical sense, irrational numbers. And these guys, they just don't know, they never train. Ask them solve quadratic equation, he doesn't remember the formula. What do you expect him to say? He will come out and tell you all the beautiful words. It's the same like if I, trying to learn martial arts, and the guy tells me, "Oh, be quick, flow with the situation, react fast." Did I learn anything? And I come out and I'm being punched, and that's it, right? So, in this side there is a gallery, invention gallery. You learn tools because each of us, we are trying to invent your life based on method of trial and error. Industry, they have invented ways how to invent. In 2,000 years, they distilled ways how to invent.
kind of like Ford and the process assembly line, because Ford was the first one to get the process assembly line when building cars out right off the...
But then they analyzed the invention process itself, and they came up. There was a guy in Russia, he invented a theory how to invent. He wrote a letter to Stalin. What do you think they did to him?
Oh.
Exactly, they put him in jail.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're messing up the status quo. You don't want to mess up what's going on right now.
Well, believe me or not, it happens to me right now in this life here in this country. It's just unbelievable. This is unbelievable.
Yeah.
No, you know, it was a reference to Khrushchev when he came to the United Nations in 1961.
Okay.
He took his shoe off and was pounding. And he was saying, "Я покажу вам Кузькину мать," which is in Russian means literally next day. All newspapers came with the headings that would say, Khrushchev promised to show us a mother of some Kuzma. It's a name of a guy. Okay, but in reality, the meaning is,
Yeah.
okay, that's what he was saying. It's the same. But they translated it literally. It's so funny. Yeah. And that is a part of it. I'm telling you, the real Russian team. Okay, there was a guy, he was a German author. He wrote a book called The Glass Bead Game. And I told you about that.
Yeah.
Hermann Hesse.
Okay.
Herman Hesse. He wrote a book in 1943. It was published in 1946. You know, he's got Nobel Prize for it. And the book is about how people take pieces of art, music, and poetry and combine together. And on the page number 2, he says, sorry, I can't give you a single example, and then got this Nobel Prize for it. This is what this site does. You can come and combine all these pieces and play your life. And this is why you have another site called Game of Beat. And there is a federation that they started, International Federation Players of Game of Beat. Okay, and in Russia they have TV channel called Kultura, Culture, and they have 30-minute talk show called The Glass Beat Game, where 4 smart people, the top experts and different culture stuff, and they would sit and talk to each other about smart stuff. And smart people at home watch that show.
And does it usually comes on at late at night
No, actually,
or during the day?
anyways, I connected with them a few years back, and I talked to the guy who is the host of that show. An American team supposed to challenge them. Okay, and that is where we all have to get prepared and come and beat them. Okay.
Okay.
It's all real.
So at this point, because I don't want to run out of time.
All right.